What is going on, everybody? It's the Front, and we're back again for the NXT review and results for the Halloween edition of NXT as we follow up on last week's shocker of Johnny Gargano attack on Aleister Black. We did not get any information on why Johnny Gargano attacked Aleister Black. Johnny Gargano did not show up at all on this particular episode, but there was one individual who showed up that just looked a little bit different, and I think her appearance makes it just a little bit interesting to see it. Maybe she had something, maybe she was in on what happened to Aleister Black. The show started off with, and by the way, 3 matches, not just one, not 2, but 3 matches for WarGames have been set. We started the show off with Nikki Cross versus Mercedes Martinez. The crowd was split for this one, for sure. This was a darn good match for both women. It's great to see Mercedes Martinez. Is she signed with WWE? It looks like it. I'm not sure exactly. I didn't see anywhere of her actually being signed, but it does look like she is signed for NXT. So it is great. She well deserved of it. Nikki Cross wins this one with the purge after Mercedes Martinez controlled majority of this match. She did try to go for her own Fisherman Buster, but Nikki Cross stopped that and hit her with the purge. The thing about the end of this match is not the match itself, and the fact that after the match, Candice LeRae makes her way down to the ring after they're showing highlights of the match. She makes her way to the ring in all black. Her hair is down and wearing black lipstick. She looked like she has gone from being goody two shoes Candice LeRae to the dark side of the dark side of the Force. So that is making me wonder, did she turn to the dark side? Is she in on this? I don't know. But I'm going to sit there and wonder what is next for this saga. By the way, Nikki Cross, she did come down and try and confront Nikki Cross, and Candice LeRae did, and Nikki Cross is just laughing in her face as she walks away. Candice LeRae is yelling at her, "This isn't funny, you're messing with people's lives," and everything. And Nikki Cross gets to the top of the ramp. Looks like she's about ready to exit stage towards the back, when she stops, looks up, and it's Aleister Black walking in as she backs off and goes the other way. Aleister Black looks pissed as can be. He looks down, death in his eyes, at Candice LeRae and makes a beeline for the ring. And he asks her, "Where is Johnny? Where is Johnny?" She tells him he's not here. He's not here. Well, he tells her that Johnny's future with this company is going to fade to black. So it's just very telling, the fact that Candice LeRae was in black lipstick, all black attire, hair was she just looked like she was a different person on this night for this episode of NXT. And there's a lot of there's a lot of talk going on, and a lot of people are thinking she had something to do with Aleister Black's attack, and Johnny Gargano is covering for her. Maybe so. We'll have to see. There is still a lot to be talked about this as we continue on. The Mighty versus the Street Profits was the next match, as this is a continuation of what happened a couple weeks ago, when, like a month and a half ago, when the Mighty stole the Solo Cup and the chain of the Street Profits. The Street Profits wrestled them in a match about 3 weeks ago, maybe a month ago, in which Montez Ford's knee was compromised. And can I just say that Montez Ford is definitely somebody I can honestly see being a future WWE champion if the WWE would get behind him when he comes up. The guy has the athleticism. The guy looks great. He has a great look. He actually can talk. I could definitely see him being a future WWE champion after Vince McMahon's gone. It would be probably, I could see him being WWE champion, but WWE would have to put all the tools, like, just not have to push him as much as Roman Reigns, but actually give this guy a chance. I could see him being the guy that anybody wouldn't be bad about doing. Street Profits end up winning this one with a springboard frog splash by Montez Ford. Same old match between these two teams. It was a good match, but nothing really new out of the ordinary between these two. After the match, Montez Ford, not Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins grabs the Solo Cup and the chains, so both guys got their property back. We hear an update from Mr. Regal asked by Kathy Kelly about NXT TakeOver WarGames, and it was announced that at NXT TakeOver WarGames, it will be Tommaso Ciampa versus the Velveteen Dream. Aleister Black comes up and is like, where is Johnny? He wants to know where Johnny is, and Mr. Regal says, as Candice told you earlier, I told Johnny Gargano to stay home this week. Johnny did tweet out on a tweet that the NXT Twitter account made for this segment. He said, I'm right here. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Johnny Gargano as we continue on. I still think that he's covering for somebody and he's not the actual attacker. Still don't have a reason why he would attack Aleister Black. Hopefully we'll find out in the coming weeks. I don't want it to be like we don't find out till after WarGames. We should have some kind of explanation before we get there. We still only have 2 more episodes to go before we get to NXT TakeOver WarGames. And quite honestly, with the WarGames match we're getting this year, I cannot wait. Black will face Johnny Gargano at NXT TakeOver WarGames. Mr. Regal did give him that confirmation for a match at WarGames. Those were 2 of the 3 matches we have this coming for WarGames. Black said, I will tell you the same thing I told Candice LeRae, that his future with this company will fade to black. Matt Riddle makes his NXT debut against Luke Menzies, and I can already tell just from his entrance that he is the modern era Rob Van Dam with the whole bro pose that he has. That's just an upgrade from Rob Van Dam having his, shrugging pose. He went up against Luke Menzies. He won this match with some stiff elbows to the side of Menzies into a modified as Nigel McGuinness called it a modified jiu-jitsu twister, making the guy tap out. Before we get to the rest, we had Lars Sullivan get pissed as can be because he was not added into he was not given the NXT Championship match at NXT TakeOver WarGames, so he said he was going to take it out on Velveteen Dream and take his spot. So it was announced that next week we will see the Velveteen Dream versus Lars Sullivan, which will be an interesting match. It definitely expects Velveteen Dream to win that one. You're not going to have him lose on the way to NXT TakeOver WarGames. They also announced that Lacey Evans will be live next week. Who knows what she's going to be doing? But she is definitely going to be live next week. Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan versus Raul Mendoza and Carrillo. I can't remember what his actual name is. This was an interesting match. Mendoza and them got a lot of offense on Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan, and definitely gave you a sense that these two might actually be able to beat the team of Danny Burch and Oni Lorcan. And my question with the fact that Danny Burch is being a single star in NXT UK, is this tandem going to be broken up so we have one in NXT and the other one in NXT UK? Or eventually will we see Oni Lorcan come over to have Danny Burch and him be a tag team in NXT UK, where honestly there's only two major tag teams over in NXT UK. They could use another team. The tag team divisions over here is stacked. We had the Forgotten Sons, we had the Street Profits, the Mighty, the War Raiders, the Undisputed Era. That's 5 right there. Well, technically 6 if you want to count the fact that there's 2 versions you can have. Well, there's at least different combinations in the Undisputed Era that you can do in tag team matches. So Danny Butch and Orton Lorcan, I don't want to see get lost in the shuffle with the fact that they're just there. I would definitely want to see them to be put over and if they have to be taken to the NXT UK brand and actually have a chance to battle for the tag team titles and maybe possibly win the tag team championships. Then we get into the Undisputed Era doing the normal, with this steel structure thing, and all four members in front of it with Cole in the back, talking about the War Raiders and how they're ready, when all of a sudden Adam Cole is pulled away and the War Raiders break through. And the War Raiders are beating the living piss out of the Undisputed Era. They go to the outside. Cole gets tossed into a production truck. Anybody who's watching this or listening to this, did you remember back in WCW when the NWO attacked and Kevin Nash threw Rey Mysterio into the side of a production truck? Yeah, Adam Cole knows how that feels now personally, because that's exactly what the War Raiders did to him tonight. Fish gets tossed into a couple tables and chairs. O'Reilly was dropped onto a table. Strong and Cole bring some trash can lids and trash can and attack the War Raiders. All of a sudden, Ricochet runs out and jumps into the fun, wiping out everybody. They fight two inside the arena. Everyone's in the ring. Fish with a chair to the knee of Hansen. Rowe gets hit with a knee in the face. And then Pete Dunne's music hits, and Pete Dunne, out with a chair, takes out Cole and O'Reilly. And the babyfaces clear the ring. Mr. Regal comes out and makes the match that I have been pitching for months. I'm pretty sure before NXT Takeover before Takeover Brooklyn 4, I'm pretty darn sure I had this match pegged as the WarGames match for NXT Takeover WarGames. It will be the Undisputed Era of Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, and Roderick Strong versus the War Raiders of Hanson and Rowe, Pete Dunne, and Ricochet in a a traditional War Games match. No 3v3v3 like some people have been pitching, where it would have been the War Raiders and Ricochet, British Strong Style, and 3 members in the Undisputed Era. No. As soon as Bobby Fish made his return, I knew this was the match that we were going to get. I even pitched this months ago. I've been saying over and over that this is the match for the War Games, and I am excited. This is going to be a damn good War Games match. You have the War Raiders, Ricochet, Pete Dunne. These guys are all newbies, where everyone else in the Undisputed Era have all been in War Games before. Last year, they were in there. Roderick Strong was up against the Undisputed Era with the Authors of Pain as his teammates. This year, he's with them. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens this time around. I think it's going to be lit. It's going to be a great match. And I honestly cannot wait for NXT TakeOver War Games. The only gripe I have about this is that the tag team titles and the North American Championship were all going to be contained inside of War Games. So those titles will not be on the line that night against NXT TakeOver War Games, as well as the United Kingdom Championship. So unless the Women's Championship for the UK is put in the continuity by War Games or not, we're only going to have 2 title matches, and right now we only have 1. The only title match we have so far is Tommaso Ciampa versus the Velveteen Dream, which again is going to be another great match. I expect Kairi Sane to invoke the rematch clause and get that at NXT TakeOver War Games 2018, and I expect her to win to become the second 2-time NXT Women's Champion. But that was how NXT closed off, with Regal making the War Games match. The face of Kyle O'Reilly. They panned to Kyle O'Reilly at the end of the show, and just the face of, like, not again. He had that, not again. I have to go on this War Games again. He had that wimpy look on his face, like, I have to do this again. That was just priceless, absolutely priceless. His face when the War Games match was announced. I cannot wait for War Games. We're gonna have so many good matches. Tommaso Ciampa versus Velveteen Dream should be a show stealer. But then you have the War Games match of Undisputed Era versus Pete Dunne, Ricochet, and the War Raiders. And you're also going to have Johnny Gargano versus Aleister Black. This is should be the greatest takeover of all time. Of the last 4 years, and think about it, there's been 4 years worth of takeovers. Wow. But this should be the greatest takeover we have, and we only have 3 matches. 4 matches, right? No, 3. 3. We have, 3. 3. It's going to be interesting what happens. Now, before we go, there is a video on WWE's YouTube page where Keith Lee is conversating with Matt Riddle, and I guess they run into Mr. Sour Pants himself, Cassius Ohno. So I have not watched this yet, so let's see what happens when Cassius Ohno, quote-unquote, welcomes Matt Riddle and Keith Lee to NXT.
NXT. Successful in your debut match. How's it feel, dude?
Bro, how do you think it feels? It feels Hey, look! It's General Manager Regal's shiny new toys. Welcome to NXT. Bro, what's up? Glad you guys are here. I like shiny new toys. They're real fun to break.
Oh boy.
Regardless, my debut, successful. Keith Lee, Matt Riddle. Bro. Ask your glory, bro. Bro.
Alrighty, so that's definitely a tease for something down the line between Cassius Ohno and probably both of these guys. Most likely not Riddle, which that should be another match added to WarGames in the next 2 weeks. So WarGames, again, is going to be probably the best and greatest NXT TakeOver we have ever seen. And honestly, I cannot wait for it. But that is going to be your NXT review for October 31st, 2018. We have 2 more NXTs to go through until we get to WarGames, and then it's all WarGames, and I cannot wait. But make sure to follow me on Twitter at TheFronts. Follow me on twitch.tv/TheFronts08. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment down below, like or dislike this video. I want to hear from you guys what you guys think of NXT so far. And are you excited for the WarGames match? Because I know I am. Definitely going to be one that I cannot wait to see. This is definitely going to be better than anything we saw last year. And last year's WarGames match was one hell of a match. Cannot wait to see what they bring out and how vicious the War Raiders are going to get, because I just feel like they could be in this match and just wreak havoc on everyone in the Undisputed Era. But I'm getting out of here. I will see you guys Saturday for Unscripted. Like me, Ryan Zane, and other buddies, I'm abstaining from Crown Jewel, and WWE has just made a fool of themselves again by having the embarrassment of Hulk Hogan be the host of that show. So WWE is just embarrassing themselves every step of the way. But I'm getting out of here, and I'll see you guys